I'm on my way to get my intralipid infusion done. It's all happening. This embryo transfer has seriously crept up on me. I am cycle day 14 today. I got a flashy smiley face on my home ovulation test yesterday, which means ovulation will probably happen tomorrow. A few days earlier than usual. I have to have another blood test tomorrow to track ovulation, and once that's confirmed, an embryo transfer date will be set, which is very exciting. It's looking like it'll be next Tuesday at this stage. If I ovulate tomorrow, it'll be next Tuesday, the 5th of September. So it's crazy, it's all happening. I am a bit nervous about these intralipids. I'm sure it'll be fine. I just don't really know what to expect. Just hoping to not get too many side effects. But yes, I need to jump in the car and get going. I'll be sure to let you know how it goes. And yeah, there's other things I need to update you on as well, just what's happened in the last couple of days, but I will have to do that later because I need to get on the road. I'll speak to you soon. So as I was saying, I am cycle day 14 today, and I got a little flashy smiley face on the home ovulation test yesterday on cycle day 13, which is a few days before I was expecting to see that flashy smiley face. So that was a surprise, and I guess it just means the transfer will be a few days earlier than expected. Originally my intralipid appointment was scheduled for this Friday, which would be cycle day 16, but I was afraid that would be too late if we were going to have an earlier transfer. I've heard it's best to do intralipids between, I've still got my glasses on, sorry. I've heard it's best to do intralipids 7 to 10 days prior to transfer. My clinics say it's more, they can do it 5 days prior, but I just wanted to make sure that the intralipids had time to work their magic before transfer, and sometimes the more time that you give the intralipids to work, the better. So I ended up rescheduling the intralipids from Friday to today, obviously. So that's good. As I said, I still don't have a set transfer date. Hopefully in the next couple of days I will. Yeah, it's crept up very quickly. I can't quite believe it. I'm still just taking one day at a time. My nurse has continued to irritate me a little bit, but nothing too bad. I'm not letting it bother me. She's still lovely and fine, but she's just, as I said before, very disconnected and sometimes implies that she knows my body better than I do, which isn't the case, and that irritates me. I can't stand people who try to make out they know more about your body than the woman. Last week she emailed me my pathology form for my first ovulation test that I got done yesterday, and she emailed that through to me, as well as emailing through another Monash IVF patient's confidential paperwork with their name, birth date, address, partner's name, how many IVF cycles they'd done, all of their personal confidential information, which isn't ideal and doesn't fill me with much confidence. Obviously mistakes happen, and I did bring it to her attention that she had done that and made that error. But yeah, not overly impressed. I don't have a lot to do with her, which is good. And the little I do have to do with her, I'm just going to, you know, take what she says with a grain of salt, and it is what it is. Anyway, I got my blood drawn yesterday to track ovulation, and it was such a hectic day at work. I was in the office on my own, it was crazy, and at 4:45 I realised I hadn't heard from the nurse, I hadn't heard from anyone, and so I called my nurse and got her voicemail saying that she'd left for the day. So I wasn't very impressed with that either. Even if my results hadn't come through, I would have appreciated a courtesy call just to say, you know, the blood results haven't come through yet, but I'll be sure to call you first thing in the morning. You know, just common courtesy. IVF stressful enough, but honestly I haven't been stressing about it. It's just ovulation. You know, it doesn't really need to be same day information. It's not like the transfer is going to be the next day, so yeah, as soon as I know, obviously the better. Early today I filmed a sit down video just going over my frozen embryo transfer protocol, and I mentioned in that video that I am planning on doing an HCG injection a couple of days prior to transfer, which the injection goes into the uterus and mimics basically what happens in a natural cycle when you conceive. So naturally, if an embryo is detected in the fallopian tube, your body produces HCG in the uterus to help the embryo implant. And so this injection that you can get a couple of days prior to transfer kind of mimics what happens naturally in the body if an embryo is present. So I thought that would be a good thing for me to do, to add to the mix. Why not? Obviously when I know when I'm officially ovulating, I will be able to book that in, as well as know when the transfer will be. It's very sunny. Anyway, I've been keeping active and busy. The night before last I probably did one too many squats, and so I'm struggling to walk a little bit today. Hopefully I can get a park nearby. I don't have to walk far. But yeah, I'm doing pretty good, staying pretty calm and relaxed. I just can't believe that this time next week I could be transferring my little embryo. It's crazy. Anyway, I'm going to stop squinting in the sun and find a park.
Oh, it used to be so easy. We had all the time in the world. I can feel your heart is rushing, and you got nothing more to buy. So you try to fill with something. It don't matter what you're trying to say. It's all going to get you. Everything's closing in on you now. But you don't want anything new. You just get behind a mule and plow.
So Intralipids are done. It was a 3-hour infusion, so a little longer than I thought it was going to be. In the brochure that I received from my fertility specialist, it said it would be between an hour and 2 hours, so I was kind of anticipating 2.5 hours, but not 3, so it was definitely longer than I thought it was going to be, but all went well. Not sure my phone's gonna stay. May not be the best time to be filming. I've got a holder for my phone, but even so. So yeah, all went well. Nothing really to report. It looks like my private health fund covers the costs, which I wasn't expecting at all, so that was a pleasant surprise. I might get a bill in the mail, but who knows. I was expecting to pay $500 there and then, and I didn't have to pay anything. So that was a lovely surprise. It's Tim's birthday tomorrow, so we're just going to have a little birthday eve dinner with his mum. So I'm just driving to her place now, and yeah, we'll get celebrating early. I've got another blood test tomorrow morning to test my ovulation. I'll have more information for you in the next couple of days, and I will let you guys know when we have a date for embryo transfer. I spoke to the nurse this morning and all of my levels look like pothole. I spoke to the nurse this morning and it looks like all of my levels are where they should be, which is great. So there goes the phone again. I'm at a red light, but I'm gonna leave it there because my phone's okay. I'm going to leave it there because my phone keeps falling. But I hope you're all doing really well. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll speak to you really soon. Bye, guys.
Told me all your secrets, then you said it would rain. And now I'm standing here without a clue, 'cause I thought I knew every single part of you. How does it hurt? Like tearing up a hole inside you.